What is up, y'all? How are you doing tonight? Today was a good day. I got a lot done, and I'm in a good mood, and it's sunny and warm and nice, and can't wait to see you guys all and to hang out. So what is going on, people? Let's go to the chat and see who all is here. We got John Bedker in the house. What is up, John? Peter Thiel from Mob Guppies here. What is up, Peter? Byron Volham. I remembered at the right time this week, not an hour late like the last 2 weeks. Here's to a good show, Mr. Rose. Well, thanks a lot for coming, Byron. Patrick Cooper gets to come to another one thanks to Easter. Welcome to the live stream, boys. Tampa Tom is in the house. What is up, Tampa Tom? Nice to see you. Reels Tanks is here. Mikey from Mile High Plecos calling me poopy butt, calling me names already. Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics is here. Hi, everyone, and happy Easter. What is up, Carrie? And happy Easter to you. Anthony's Fishy Friends is here. What's up, Anthony? Jeff from Valley Fish is here. Kevin's Aquariums is here. What is up, guys? We got Keith Boardley in the house, Meanfish9, and then we got a $1.99 super chat from Tampa Tom saying, hey, Dozer. Tampa Tom saying hi to you, Dozy. That will go towards some shampoo to wash Dozer. I've got to wash him tomorrow. We're supposed to be 85 degrees tomorrow, so I think we're not going to have any more freezing. So I'll go ahead and get the water hose hooked up to the spigot and get it all turned on. I keep it shut off throughout the winter because I did have it freeze one year. My fault. But I always shut it off, and I've got the spigot part that broke, the main head that goes into the house. I've got that all like, what do you call it? I've got it insulated. God, I drew a blank there for a second. We got Wichita Falls Fish Keeper in the house. Charlie is here, the Beard Brother. Wow, getting serious. Yeah, I know. I just about trimmed the thing down this week because it's getting to the point where it's a serious beard now. Here on the sides, down in here was getting kind of wild and flaring out and stuff, but I got that all trimmed down real nice and neat, and I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I did shoot like 3 different videos this weekend, and one of the videos I was sitting right here talking to the camera, and I had a great big giant white hair sticking out right here through the whole thing. So right after I was uploading that clip, I went in there and saw it, and it was a wild one. So I got rid of that. Let's see here. Kevin's Aquarium says, sorry, I've been slacking in the live streams. Had a lot going on the last couple of months. Well, no problem, man. The summers, whenever it starts getting warm and everything, people start not showing up, and that's just normal. So no big deal, man. By the way, thanks for the super chat, Tampa Tom. Dozer, thanks you too. We got the Fishy Mailman in the house. What up, everyone? What up, Fishy Mailman? Chad Krotz is in the house. What is up, Chad? Nice to see you. Eric Truitt is here. What's up, Eric? Patrick Cooper is here. Lumpy Dog is in the house. What's up, Lump? Kim Fisher. Hi, everyone. Lurking while doing grandkids Easter stuff. That is awesome. Seems like every year when I was growing up, it would always get cold and rainy on Easter. I hardly ever remember it being really, really nice. Justin Thibodeau is in the house. What's up, Justin? Mob Guppy says it's a serious beard oil for everybody. Yeah, I know. I have to clean my phone off numerous times throughout the day. It's a serious deal. Brian P is in the house, lurking, it looks like. Welcome to the live stream, Brian. Dan Slee is here. What is up, Dan? The 186 Element is here. What is up? Looks like we are at the bottom of the chat. What is up, everyone? I basically set my alarm clock for 6 o'clock this morning, watched a few cooking shows. I watch cooking shows on the Food Network every Saturday morning. That's like my favorite thing to do. And then I went and got some breakfast. And then after that, I started doing things around the house. Yeah, I made like probably 3 videos this weekend. Yeah, I've got 3 videos done this weekend. Last Sunday, I haven't seen you guys since Saturday, but last Sunday I went over to the Quad Cities and went to a swap over there. It was the first time I'd ever been, and it was awesome. And I did pick up some stuff while I was there, picked up some awesome stuff while I was there. And yeah, you guys will see that all soon. But I got to see Daryl Deemer. He was there. I got to see John Bedker. He was there. Actually, John was selling fish there. So it was a good time. I hadn't been to a swap before. I'd only been to auctions. And I have to say, I love auctions and I love swaps, but auctions, the reason why I don't like it is because there's a chance I don't get to buy it because someone else outbids you. I like swaps because if you see it, you can buy it. But what I didn't like, the only thing I didn't like about this one was like it was packed. It was completely so packed, and people would stand and talk, and then you couldn't get around them. And there was one table that I could see from afar that had a bunch of bristlenose on it that I couldn't tell what they were, but it looked like they were fancy bristlenose. But I couldn't get close enough to try to buy them. And there was some people hovering around the table, and they stood there for like 30 minutes, and they had it all blocked off, and it was at a corner. And that's the only thing I didn't like about it. It was in a fairly, I mean, it wasn't a small place, but it could have been in a bigger building. I don't know. I'm sure those are hard to really put on. We got Dank Tanks in the house. What's up, Dank? Nice to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Kim Fisher's in the house. What is up, Kim? Kevin's Aquarium says, do you think you will go back to Monday night streams? Probably so. I just don't know when. I've been enjoying only doing one a week, honestly, and I'm still growing. One of the biggest reasons why I did multiple streams a week was to really start making a move and really grow. And plus, Monday nights, I was doing water changes anyhow. So I kind of came up with the water change live stream, and it kind of worked out. And then I don't like, no matter what anybody says, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't like to do live streams that have a name, like talking about your cichlids, topic. I think that's kind of silly. I think we should all come here. Like what I'm using the live stream platform for is to where I'm not just making a couple of videos a week and you guys don't ever get to catch up with me and talk to me. It's one of those type of deals where we can just hang out. We can talk. I love going to live streams. I go to live streams all the time and just go to the chat and hang out. I could care less what the topic is. And that's me. So like Thursday night was kind of nice because we could do that one as a Q&A, and it really went that way. I mean, it would start out a little slow, but then people knew, I would every once in a while mention, now remember tonight's a Q&A live stream. And I remember Lucas does that on Friday nights, and he tries to keep it that way, and I kind of like that one. So I enjoyed those 2 live streams, but I'm really enjoying all the extra time. Like this month, I'm glad that I didn't have extra live streams because at work, I'm really busy. I mean, there was one day this week that I left the house at 5:30 and I didn't get home until 8 o'clock that night. So like this month is the busiest that I've ever been in the 22 years that I've been doing this type of work outside the home. So like it's been a busy month. And right now I'm really ahead on videos. So I probably could. I've been thinking about it, I guess, to answer your question. In the summertime, it's harder to get people to come to a Saturday night live stream, so that one kind of gets slow. And then also, if you do multiple live streams in the week, people catch one of them. It's to where someone can catch one of them for sure. And it also kind of acts as a reminder, because some people don't remember that you go every Saturday night, and then like if you go on Thursday night and they happen to catch it, you remind them at the end of the live stream, see you Saturday night, and then that reminds. So I don't know. I think I was getting, like right now I'm getting like 35,000 views a month on my channel. So I'm getting more now than what I was then, but I don't know. I'll probably do multiple live streams sometime throughout the year, but it might not be till fall. I don't know for sure. I haven't made up my mind. All right. Tampa Tom says, to be honest, your Monday night water change stream motivated me to do my water changes instead of just top offs. That is a good point. And another thing that I liked about it was it was right after Bob's. So it was kind of like, you know, like right now, I don't know if anybody is going after Bob. I can't remember if anybody is. So it was kind of like one of those type of deals where whenever Bob's was over, your night was over as far as fish keeping live streams, you know, and mine was kind of a fill in. And I mean, that's the live stream where I broke my record. I think we had 86 people watching that one at one time. So it was crazy. It was always a good one. Aquadacy says, Jeffro, I can see having a starter topic, but I'm with you. Live stream should be free form. Yep. Not only that, like it's hard to come up with the topic, and not only that, 9 times out of 10, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's one of those type of deals where does it ever stay? I mean, if I made a topic, I guarantee you we wouldn't stay on the topic. I think why a lot of YouTubers like to do it and they promote and try to get people to do it and they like to do it and they talk about you need to do topics is because they think that it's going to get pushed more by YouTube later, you know, and that does make a little bit of sense because like whenever you upload a regular video, if it does good, you know, YouTube will continue to push it. But like after a couple of days on your live streams that you upload, they don't push it after a couple of days. I mean, it's like gone, and it's one of your weakest videos that you have, your live streams. So I keep mine uploaded. People go back and look at them every once in a while. Like I got a text from Dank the other day, and a long time ago, I mean, it was a long time ago. I don't know. It had to have been over a year ago. Somebody was asking about bio balls, and I said my exact words was, I don't have any balls. And Dank went back and found that, and he like took a clip of it, and all it is me saying, I don't have any balls. And it's kind of funny. I mean, people go back and look at them every once in a while, but they just don't do as good. Carbon Really's in the house. What is up, Carbon Really? Nice to see you, buddy. Who else snuck in here? Otter Creek Aquatics is here. What is up, buddy? Do you think? Okay, I saw that one already. All right, I think I'm caught up there. Reels Tank says, I come to lives and mute the video and talk in the chat. P.S. Don't tell anyone. That is funny. Yeah. I like to turn on a live stream and do water changes, honestly. I hardly ever sit down and actually watch a live stream anymore. Like the other night when Bob was live, I felt bad because I hadn't been to Bob's religiously like I had wanted to. Like I'd missed a couple here and there over the past month or so. And I was on my way home, and I turned it on and listened to it while I was driving down the road. And then I did the talk speech to text or whatever to comment a couple of times. So Reed Lewis says, hey, Jeffro, riddle me this. Mature bristlenose pair, female full of eggs, male fans caves constantly, but female keeps her distance. Huh. Boy, don't you hate that? It all matters about her. I mean, that she is the one that, you know, like I would say there's probably some pheromones going off in the tank, and it's probably going to happen soon, because for him to fan the cave like that, he's in breeding mode. And for her to be full of eggs, she probably is too. And it'll happen sooner or later. She'll get curious and come down by a cave, and then he'll trap her in there. I'd be anxious to see, is this the first time they've done it? Like, I've got a video. It's actually doing pretty good too. It's called I Spawned My Bristlenose Pleco in 48 Hours Challenge or something like that. And I had 3 female bristlenose plecos in a 40-gallon breeder for over a year. And I was waiting on some to grow out to see if I could get a male out of that set. And I got tired of waiting because all of my females were full of eggs. And they were just acting all skittish and like breeding behavior, but there was no male in there. And they were well over a year old. And I paid my son $10 to borrow his male over the weekend, and I put him in there, and they spawned within 48 hours. There was thunderstorms happening that night. I think in the video you can hear it in the background, and that might be a different video though. But yeah, it is like an impatient thing. Like my super reds, they only spawned one time this winter, and then they spawned. Did I go to Mikey's in March? I can't remember. About a month or so ago, I went to Colorado. Right before I did, my super reds spawned, and I was going to pull the eggs, and I didn't get it done. And when I came back, the male had ate the eggs. And it's probably because every clutch that they've ever done, I've always pulled the eggs every single time. So he's never had the eggs for longer than a few hours or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't make sense sometimes, but I think the way it sounds, it's probably going to happen anytime. It's just up to her to get over and start. If it doesn't happen before long, you could put them in a smaller system. I don't know what size your tank is, but you could put them in a smaller system and like a bare bottom. And you could put some of the water, like if you trust your system that you got it in, you could put a few cupfuls of that water into the other tank. And I've done that before, and that sparks a spawn sometimes. Because if you move them into another system, there won't be any pheromones in there right away. But if you take some of that water out and put it over in there, that might work. Or you can just be patient and let her rip. Kevin's Aquarium says, did the live streams help you get more subs? I think at the beginning it did. It's kind of hard to tell because the bigger that your channel gets, the more subs you get a month. Like I'm growing bigger now than what I ever have, but I think it has a lot to do with the bigger the channel you are, the more subs you get, I think. I don't know how to exactly explain that. But like right now, I'm getting somewhere around 300 subscribers a month. And like last month, I looked on Social Blade and was looking because my goal for this year is to get to 5,000 subs. And Social Blade last month was telling me that I should get to 5,000 subs by November. But last night, Social Blade was telling me a month later that I should get to 5,000 subs in June or July. I can't remember which one. But I know that I was like at 1,750 subs on my New Year's Eve stream. So I've had almost 1,000 subs in like 4 months. So that's how much faster I'm growing now that I got to 2,000. But to answer your question, I know that live streams did help me. I think it helps you when you're smaller. It's not really hurting me now, but I know that whenever I left going 3 times a week and only started going 1 time a week, and then also changed up my upload schedule, because every time I had to change, it was making me change my upload schedule too, because I didn't want to go live stream on day that I uploaded videos. I've always liked the Monday, Thursday, and I think at one time it was common knowledge that Mondays and Thursdays were good days to upload. I don't know if that's the case anymore. My videos are doing pretty decent. I'm okay with where they're at right now. They're not struggling or anything. I do better whenever I do a Pleco video. I think my channel is kind of Pleco heavy, and I think my subscribers love Plecos. So my Pleco videos do a lot better than all my other videos. But I don't think live streams are hurting me at all right now. If I am losing subscribers, I haven't looked that up in a while. There is a stat that you can go to look, because last year when I was at 1,600 subs, I think I had lost like 450 subs last year or something like that. So I should have been over 2,000, but I had lost. But I never noticed that loss, because every time I lose some, I don't notice it because I'm constantly getting more. So I get more than what I lose. But I do know at the beginning, live streams did help me. And it also helps because I always talk about the videos that I have coming up, you know. So that helps. Making Santos is in the house. What is up, buddy? Dan Slee says, unless beards and food are the topic. Uh-oh, I missed it. Unless beards and food. Boy, it got buried. I'm way behind. Dan Slee. Jeez, I'm way behind. Unless beards and food are the topic, we aren't going to stick to it. Yeah, I am way behind. Jonathan Lynn says, can I use topsoil for dirted tanks? It depends. I've never done it. I've seen some people out there do it, but you got to be careful that there is no chemical stuff in there. There's no like Miracle Grow type stuff. I know that one time I was thinking about doing it, and I went out to my Walmart and I looked at all of their soil, and every last bit of their soil had some kind of additives in it, and you've got to really be careful because the soil has to be just pure dirt, you know. I think the consensus out there is a lot of people are moving away from it, but I don't know why. I've never gotten down that wormhole. I know that there is a following out there of dirted tanks, but yeah, I think you can put topsoil in there as long as it doesn't have any additives to it is what I would look out for. You got to be careful because there is stuff you've got to read all the fine print. Cichlid 23 says sports. Yeah, we talk about sports too. I don't know if the game that I was watching is still on or not, but San Antonio was getting beat. It's probably over by now. Beanfish9 says, I subscribed to you because the Monday water change stream was such an interactive, fun time and met lots of great people. Wow, that's awesome, Meanfish. I like to hear that. Like, I'm pretty sure Tampa Tom found my channel because of fishing videos. I used to do some fishing videos before I turned into Jeffroz FishKeeping. My channel used to just be Jeffro, and I did random videos. Lay down, buddy. Lay down. I did random videos, and I'm pretty sure it was Tampa Tom. And then I've got some other channels every once in a while that pop up and comment on a video, and you can tell that they're a fishing video channel. Fishing video. They're a fishing channel. And I think that's kind of cool because I like to fish, and I like to keep fish too. You know, I hunt. I've bow hunted. I've rifle hunted. I've muzzleloader hunted. I've shotgun hunted. All different types of animals. I've ate all types of different animals. My mom asked me the other day, though. Oh, she asked me if I'd ever had moose, and that's one of them that I've never had. But I've had buffalo and elk and deer, antelope, all kinds of different things. Rattlesnake. Possum, raccoon, a Quadacy says, Jeffro, a rental mate? Question mark. A rental. Oh, yeah, a rental. Yeah. He teases me about it every once in a while because I used him a different time too, but I didn't pay him. I used him while my son was gone and had him returned because the second time I used him, it only took me 24 hours to get him to spawn. And I had him put back because my son lives here full time. I had custody of all my kids. My 2 girls are grown and gone now, but I've got a 17-year-old and a 13-year-old son at home now still. And my 13-year-old goes to his mom's every other weekend. Well, there was one weekend where I borrowed it without telling him and got him to spawn on that first night. And then I returned him to his tank. And he saw the video like a few weeks later, and he was like, wait a second, you borrowed my Pleco again? You owe me $10. Reed Lewis says, yeah, I seen the video of yours. Crazy. If I can get them to spawn, this will be the first time. Female is very skittish also. Yep. I've got some of those. I've got some that will just stay out in the middle of the tank and just, you know, sit there and they don't care. But then I've got others that you walk 20 feet within the tank and they take off. Like my female L393 Cheese Creek, I took her out, I want to say a little over a week ago, out of the 20 long system that I got them in. And I put her in the 40-gallon breeder that video was shot in. Lay down. It's a planted aquarium, well-established aquarium. I mean, I bet you the thing's 3 years old. And it has spawned more plecos. That tank has spawned more plecos than any other tank in my house. So what I got to thinking was, I'm just trying different things. You know, they're fully adult, and she is full of eggs. When I put her in that tank, I got a really good look at her the first 10 minutes that I put her in there. And she got up on the glass, and her belly is round and full of eggs. So what I'm trying to do is patiently give her a couple of weeks in that tank and then put the male in there. And then I'm thinking that maybe within a couple of weeks, because we're getting into storm season, and I'm hoping that I can get them to spawn in that tank when the storm season kicks in. I have not seen her since I put her in the tank, and I've done a lot of nighttime looking. I've done where I fed and then waited like an hour and went to look at the food, and she's nowhere to be found. That tank is a jungle right now, though. It is a complete jungle. I've let it grow out really big. Like the Val is all over everywhere. I've let it go crazy. But yeah, it's all up to the female getting over by the caves, and then that male just coaxes her in there and won't let her out. Real says, I feed my blue eye lemons fried to my angels. Awesome. Joel from Corvus Oskin is here. What is up, Joel? Nice to see you, buddy. Wichita Falls Keeper says, have you fed the mushrooms to other plecos beside the bristlenose? I noticed my L333 loves the same thing as my bristlenose. I didn't. I ate the rest of the mushrooms. I'm on a really big health kick right now, and I love mushrooms, and I ate the rest of them, but I think the shrimp would even like them. Those were some really nice mushrooms. They were good. I mean, I ate the heck out of those things. But I would say if you haven't tried it, go for it. I can't get my King Tiger to eat any veggies. I've got the white variant L333, and I can't get him to eat any veggies. He only likes to eat like frozen brine shrimp, and then like these cichlid pellets, and then bloodworms and stuff like that. He's really grown a lot since I got him, though. He was not really necessarily thin when I got him, but I was looking at the thumbnail the other day. I was scrolling through looking at some different videos, and I saw that thumbnail. And that video that day when I uploaded, like I had a real close up of him, and he looked a lot narrower than he does now. He's huge. Big B Smoke is in the house. What's up, buddy? Kevin's Aquarium says, I'm surprised I had breeding in my 90-gallon African tank. I got a batch of yellow labs out of there. No breeding group, just like 18 Africans. Wow. That's crazy, man. Awesome. Cicla23 says, seems like yesterday Joey was helping Rachel get to 100K. Now she has like 117. Yep. It's like every time you hit one of those milestones, as long as you stay consistent, you know, that's a big thing. Like there are some people though that grow like John from KG Tropicals. His channel, I don't know the specifics, but I think it was like a year that he left YouTube. And whenever he came back, he said that his channel continued to grow. That happens because, like, if you have a lot of evergreen content on your channel that people keep on watching, people subscribe. They're like, wow, man, this guy's good. And they don't even know that you're not really in it for like the last year or whatever, you know? But yeah, that's, I think, how it happens. And the evergreen content, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is like good videos that are on your channel that people continue to watch. Like I made a video little over, gosh, it was a little right around 2 years ago, somewhere around in there. That filter that I've got on top of my summer tubs outside, it's just a dresser drawer. That video, I probably had right around 100 subs whenever I made that video. And that video's got, I want to say 4,000 views on it now or so, somewhere around in there. People continue to keep on watching that one. And then like over a year ago, that Exoterra that I put my dumpy frogs in, the views keep on growing on that one too. That one, I think, I want to say that one's up to like 2,000 views or something like that. So if I left, I've got 340 videos on my channel. People would continue to watch my videos. And that's another thing, you know, I say that I got 35, I'm averaging around 35,000 views a month. It's because of old videos. And like my catfish bait video, that's my best one. It's up to, I think, 63,000 views now. That one, every year in like January or February, when all the hunting seasons are over, all the fishermen start looking at fishing videos. And that video has probably got around 16,000 views since January. Like that one, whenever it finally took off, whenever it was a year old, it only had like 600 views. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, that one took off. And ever since, and even in the off season, that video gets views, even in the off season. But whenever all the hunting seasons are over and everything, it really picks up and starts going. NCFT says, hey, Jeffro, what do you do for your job? I'm currently working on a farm, and it doesn't leave much time for fish keeping, but don't have much choice right now. Whenever I was like 19 or 20 years old, I think I was maybe 21, somewhere around in there, I was working at a factory, and I hated it. It was a factory that we made hinges for bass boats and different things like that. And I worked on a press all day long where I would take hinges out of this barrel over here, bin, and I would put them in this machine, and then I would push 2 buttons, and it would poke holes in them. And then I would take it off of the press and put it over here. And at the end of the day, even if I wore gloves or whatever, I'd have metal splinters in my hands. My hands hurt all the time, and I just hated it. I even worked in a factory that had air conditioning in the summer and heat in the winter. They had really nice systems. I liked the hours. We went in at 7 and got off at like 3:30, somewhere around in there, Monday through Friday, off weekends. But I had a buddy that his dad had worked in the type of business that I work in, and he said that he was hiring, and if I put in my application, I'd probably get the job. And I went and put in my application, and it was for a company called American Home Patient. And at the very beginning, when I started out, I delivered hospital beds and oxygen and manual wheelchairs. And then after a while, I got to where I started delivering just off-the-shelf consumer power wheelchairs, just the little Group 2 ones with the van-style seat on them. And I was really good at working on them because when I was in high school, I took a couple of years, and, you know, like our school had this vocational school connected to it, and they had building trades, and they had auto body, and they had electronics. Well, I chose electronics. And the last 2 years of school, I did 3 hours a day electronics course, and it was on DC electronics. So working on a power wheelchair that has DC electronics just made sense to me, and I was really good at it. And then 4 years into my career, me and my ex-wife moved here to where I live now because all of her family is up here. And I put in my application at a mom and pop shop here in my town that I've lived in for the last 18 years. And the owner of the company, we was just up here looking for houses and stuff. We hadn't decided to move like completely yet. And the CEO of the company called me and like set up a job interview for the next weekend. And I came up and they hired me. And that company is when I really started taking off into the wheelchair business. But basically what I do now is I work for a company where I only sell higher end durable medical equipment. So like your power wheelchairs, like I sold 2 power wheelchairs this month that were $43,000 a piece. That's the type of equipment that I do. So like they don't ever call me for like the transport wheelchairs, like people that just need a wheelchair to go to a ball game or something like that. They call me for the higher end quadriplegics and paraplegics and muscular dystrophy and ALS and traumatic brain injuries and stroke patients. All those kind of people are the type of people that I work with. And then pediatrics, you know, kids with disabilities. I work with a lot of basically what I do on a day-to-day basis is I go to therapy clinics and I meet with the therapist and the patient and the family and everything. And we come together and make a plan on what kind of equipment they need. And then I measure their body and everything. And then I go back to my office right here and I spec it all out. And then I send it to a secretary that lives in Indiana, and she gets it all ready and sends it off to insurance to get insurance coverage. And then whenever we get approval, I've got a guy that lives out in Alabama that orders it for me. And then when it comes into the shop, there's a guy that puts it together for me, and then I go and pick it up, and then I go and deliver it, and I fit it to them and stuff. And that's what I do. So I make my own hours and all that kind of stuff, and it makes it pretty easy to be able to keep up. Quadacy says, when your channel gets to a certain number of subscribers, it starts to pick up momentum, sort of like a snowball rolling downhill. It makes sense. It really does. I'm seeing that. It's kind of nice because it's like, wow, I'm actually getting a lot of subscribers. And I'm glad that, you know, like my first year that I was a YouTuber, I did a giveaway and it actually grabbed me quite a few subscribers. But the person that won the giveaway, it was kind of aggravating because I had to really work hard to find her. And how I found her was on Facebook. I just typed in her name on Facebook and I found her and I sent her a message. And whenever I looked at her Facebook, all it was giveaways and all that kind of stuff. So she was just a giveaway person. She found my channel by doing a giveaway. And that's not the type of subscribers that I really want. I did do a giveaway about a year ago. I gave away an aquarium co-op gift card. And the type of giveaways that I do are kind of nice. It helps me in views. It like forces people to really engage in your channel. So it is kind of a good spike. The type of giveaway that I did being an aquarium co-op gift card, not very many people that aren't in the hobby aren't going to go try for it. It's not going to be people like the first giveaway was a gift card, like $100 Visa gift card or something like that. So anyone could get that one. And that's what was aggravating about that. So the second giveaway I did, I made sure that it was something to do with the hobby and it was a hobby related person that got it, you know. But I don't really like to do giveaways because that brings a bunch of people that are only subscribing just because of the giveaway. That's what you got them there for. Some people are going to stick around, but I like to grow this way. It feels good. Dank says, hey, I remember that stream. I'm way behind in it. Terry's Tropical Tanks here. Just grow it organic, and when it happens, it happens. Yep. Okay, I am totally behind. So now the chat is going to blow up on me. Mile High Pleco says, I don't talk, then who will? Live stream number 420, all about me. Yeah, I'm on a blabbermouth talk tonight, ain't I? I was 2 streams behind. I missed a lot of good stuff. Pam from 54 Punchies here. She says, I picked strawberries from 1st grade through high school, 50 cents a flat. I used to pick wild blackberries, and I would get $5 a milk jug for them. So a gallon milk jug, and I would get $5 a gallon for them. And in southern Missouri, they grew wild. So we lived on a farm. We didn't farm it, but we rented the house on the farm, and the farmer allowed me to just go all over the place and pick them, and they were just everywhere. There were blackberry bushes everywhere, and I actually made quite a bit of money doing that. Meanfish9 says, snap lug bolts off one side of my trailer axle, loaded, and came down Monteagle that way. Oh my gosh. That sounds like a bad day. Mikey says Yankees. Oh, Cichlid23 says Yankees won today. I didn't get to see that. I did notice in your channel trailer, though, you're wearing a Yankees hat. I'd never noticed that before. I give Dank a hard time every once in a while because he's a Mets fan. He lives up in New York, and every once in a while I get real close to the camera when we're talking, and I show off my Yankees hat. He's a Mets lover. 53 Big Mac, is that what made you so sweet, 54? Oh boy, that brings up some bad. Mr. B's Fishing Things is in the house. What is up, Brandon? I got my I was gonna say Aqueon. I got my golly, what is it? Eheim 350 Classic. I finally got it hooked up today. I took it outside because it had been so long since I'd primed one, and I took it outside and primed it out there and got it going really quick. But then I brought it in the house and it kind of lost its prime. So that was like a trick. It only took me like 5 minutes to finally get it. So if you know any tricks, send me a message. I shouldn't have to worry about it again for a long time, though, because that intake goes way down in the tank. So when I do water changes, it shouldn't lose its prime. But Alice KH is in the house. She says, I'm here only to hear you say my name. Oh, wow. Well, Alice, welcome to the live stream. Cichlid Center says, interacting with cool peeps is way better than a few watch-em-a-chigger. Yeah, than a free watch-em-a-chigger. Oh, yeah. It is. And not only that, like, I think when a subscriber subscribes now, unless they're like a troll that just likes to subscribe to where they control you, I think a subscriber that subscribes now really is wanting to subscribe, because they're not subscribing just because they're going to get something, Raph Cabrera's in the house. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Let's see here. Larry's D's Tanks and More is in the house. What's up, Larry? Dank says Eheim looks like it could be the spelling for the sound of something clearing their throat. Yeah. That thing is awesome, though. The tank cleared up really, really quick after I hooked it up, too. The tank that I put it on is the Pleco versus Food tank. That tank has a big bioload. I probably got over 100 platies in that tank, and I've got for sure 30 bristlenose plecos in there, and it's a 55-gallon. And I used to always have a sponge filter, a bigger hang on the back, one of those double hang on the backs with a bunch of biomedia in it, and then the Ziz filter. And I had it that way for a long time, but whenever I got swatted, when they broke that window out, they broke that hang on the back filter. And I haven't had but only the Ziz and one of those jumbo sponge filters ever since. And the Mom was really, really, what am I trying to say? it was really getting built up really bad, like silt, and it really stunk really bad too. Because today, whenever I was grabbing the leaves and the caves and all that kind of stuff out, it smelled kind of gassy. So I did a real heavy gravel vac, and then hooked up the Eheim to it, and I'm hoping that takes care of it because the bio load in that tank is pretty heavy. Victor is in the house. What's up, Victor? Nice to see you. Cicla 23 says, did you find out who was responsible yet, Jeffro? No, I didn't. The window company did come and replace the window. But other than that, I mean, I did like probably 2 or 3 weeks after it happened to me. I got a Facebook message from someone that lives here locally, and I never reached back out to him because I almost at first thought that it was kind of like a spam type of deal. I did look into it, and I think they're real, but I did never reach out to him. But anyhow, it happened to someone else here in town like a few weeks after me, and everything went good. But then I heard a story. My daughter was getting her hair cut, and barbershops and hair salons, you don't know what to really think. But there was a girl in there that said, I'm pretty sure this is all third-hand information, but she has a brother that works for like a posse, like a sheriff posse or something like that lives in a connecting town. And the same thing happened, but the guy had a gun whenever they came in, and they shot him and killed him. But I never saw any of that. I looked too. I never saw any of that in news or anything like that. So I'm almost wondering if that one might not be true. But I haven't heard of any more. Yeah. Let's see here. Pam says that I need to use deodorant. Yeah, that would get rid of the gassy smell. Joel said that his pride and joy just doo-dooed in her pants. They'll do that, Joel. 53 Big Mac says, why are shrimp so popular? I think I saw them in a video, and their colors were so pretty that I had to get them. And after I got my first set of shrimp, they were fire reds, like they were a really bright red. After I got those, and I realized how easy they were to keep and how easy they were to breed, I had to have other colors. So then I got some blues. And then I started breeding some blacks. You'll have to go back on my channel and listen to that story because that's a long one. But so, now I've got blacks. And then I had to make this coal tank that produces like the weirdest colored shrimp that there is. Like that tank, you never know what you're going to see. There's ones that are in there that look like root beer, and there's ones that look like chocolate, But I think one of the biggest reasons why Neocaridina shrimp are so popular is because they're really pretty. They're pretty easy to keep. They are, they don't really require a heater. And they're, they accept all kinds of different water parameters. I think the cherry shrimp, I would say that they're pretty much like bulletproof. So people have success with them, and that can make them popular too. And they're really nice. And once you start, you get like the shrimp bug. Like right now I got the catfish bug. I even got some more since the last video. I've actually got a video coming out this week where I got some more. And then I got some more last weekend. So like I've got 4 different types of catfish, not counting plecos right now, but I've got the catfish bug, like they're awesome. Larry says, friend of mine got swatted. The cops know who it is, going to treat it like a terrorist threat. They're going to start busting people now. Yeah, I know that it's dangerous. Like, I know that there's one for sure. I want to say it's in Kansas where the guy did get killed. And I'm so lucky, like looking back on that video now, even me, whenever I was taking off my headphones, that's a movement. But I did have this big spotlight on me. They could see my hands, visibly see my hands, and see that I had nothing in my hands. I mean, there were 7 of them right here with AK, or not AK-47s, but, assault rifles, there were 7 of them right here. They could see my hands, so they could see that I was, but I look back on that now and I'm like, wow, that could have got me shot too. Kent's Fish says, and maybe Yellows, LOL. Yeah, Kent was maybe on Lucas's live stream last night. So if you guys had the time after this live stream, go watch Lucas's live stream last night and you'll see what Kent's talking about. Other than that, you'll just have to wait for the video. Priscilla MK Art is in the house. I know her. What is up, Priscilla? Nice to see you. Meanfish says you're getting too full. I think you need to send me a bunch of your plecos. I actually probably could start sending out plecos. I've got a grow out in the basement now, and I probably got 200 or 300. So if you've got a way to send me a message, just send me a message. John Bedker says, dude just got 25 years for swatting. I wish that they would bust them all, because I was sitting here minding my own business. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and it's pretty cruddy that someone would do that to me, Bullman Aquatics says, saw a documentary where SWAT busted is on a guy for pot and shot his dog the minute they walked in. Gives me nightmares. Yep, ever since that happened to me, I got lucky that night. I had left to go get supper right before my stream. And whenever I leave the house or when I go to bed, I put the dogs in the kennel, because Mia and Dozer like to snoop and go through things. Actually, whenever we got Mia, she liked to go through the trash. I think Mia was fed table scraps, and she would much rather eat table scraps. I don't feed her table scraps, but she would much rather eat table scraps than dog food. So she's all the time just barely picking at the dog food. She forces herself to eat it. But if I left them out at night, at 2 in the morning, I would wake up hearing them playing out here in the living room like little puppies. If I left the house and I left them out, they would be playing in the trash when I got home, because Mia would do it. But anyhow, I had left to go get something to eat. And when I came back, I ate, and I didn't get them out of the kennel, and then I went live. So it was just by accident that they were in the kennel with the door shut. Because when I got home, I was in a hurry. I hurried up and ate, and then I came over here and got the stream ready, and I forgot to get them out of the kennel. And I actually remember during the live stream looking over at Dozer and thinking, wow, I wish that I would have opened the kennel before I started the live stream, because I could tell that they wanted out. So I got lucky, because heaven forbid Dozer would have tried to go at him or something like that. And then, they see that he's a pit bull and they might shoot automatically, because Dozer was pretty aggravated the whole time that they were here. I really needed to get him out of the kennel, even though they probably wouldn't want me to, but I needed to get him out of the kennel just to chill him out. But, yeah, it was a really good accident, Brandon. Priscilla says, oh, she's saying hi to everybody. Larry says the swatters call saying he killed his wife and about to kill his kids. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. They came in here and thought that I was hurting someone, and that's why they said that they went so all out. My oldest daughter and the chief of police that was in here, he was the first one through the door. My oldest daughter and his oldest son went to high school together. They graduated together. So right when I saw him, it made me feel a lot better. I just couldn't figure out why they were here. Pam says, same thing with Buddy. He is a big, friendly pussycat, but he is a German Shepherd and he barks. Yeah, Dozer a lot of time barks just because he wants to get out and smell them, and he's aggravated that he can't, But I think he was like having anxiety about it. That's how angry he was, because he saw guns. He knew there was some kind of danger, because, the door got busted open, and the glass. So Select Pet is in the house. What is up, Select Pet? Cichlid23 said if that happened to my middle brother, there would be multiple dead bodies. Yeah, I know, and I'm so glad that my gun was in the safe. I didn't have my Glock out here on the desk, and I'm so glad that it was, because even seeing a gun can make them really heightened, you know. Let's see here. Okay, I'm all caught up. We got about, looks like about 5 more minutes left. Anybody got anything else to say before the end of the live stream? I don't know if you saw it, but Pleco versus Dragon Fruit. Oh, Dragon Fruit. I'll have to look that one up because I think I did look at that one before, and it's pretty high in acid content. But I will definitely look that one up. Dragon Fruit, because I'm needing one. I was going to try to shoot it this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to get it done. I think I'm going to shoot it next weekend. It doesn't need to be uploaded until the middle of May, so I've got plenty of time. And anytime I have a video that's scheduled out there, I can always move it and up another one in front of it. It's kind of what I did with this Pleco versus Food that happened this week. I had other videos that could have been there, but I needed to put a Pleco versus Food video on this month, so I just kind of jumped it in there. But I will look up Dragon Fruit. I do need some ideas by next weekend, though. Like right now, I'm kind of thinking either Brussels sprouts or like maybe eggplant, but I haven't really researched on eggplant. Pleco versus potato. I thought about Pleco versus potato the other day. I think that would be a good one. Tampa Tom said, just pulled the steak off the grill. Time for dinner. Dang it. I haven't had a steak in like a month. That's probably normal for people, though. Terry's Tropical Tank says, I'm getting peacock gudgeons and threadfin rainbows come Tuesday. Dang, man. That's a good haul. I need to get me some rock crabenzas because my multi-punctatas require like a mouth brooding fish to be able to spawn. I don't think they're completely ready to spawn yet. There has been some, not necessarily breeding activity, but there's been some breeding behavior, I guess you would say. Like this one male has been blocking a female in the terracotta pot that I've got. And then he runs off all the other males whenever they try to come over there. So I'm thinking, I've never kept multi-punctatas before, but I'm thinking that's kind of like a breeding behavior. So I really kind of need to get them set up because I think they get close to 10 inches long at full when they're fully grown out. And some of them are getting pretty close. There's a couple of males that are like 7-8 inches, somewhere around in there. Kent's Fish says, oh, but the way I try bell peppers today and they love it, I couldn't believe it. Thanks. Yeah, I know. Whenever I fed mine, you could actually see through the pepper. They didn't eat through the skin, but all of the meat on the inside of the pepper, they tore it to pieces. Wichita Falls Fish Keeper says eggplant would be a great experiment for Pleco versus Food. Yeah, as long as it's, because I know that I tried to make eggplant lasagna one time, and we had to throw it out. It was so bitter, and you have to soak it in like salt water to try to get the bitterness out. And I did it by the instructions, and it still was just so raunchy. It was just like a real raunchy taste. John Becker says, conspiracy theory, no one is actually calling in. The police just raid people they suspect of crimes and say they got a call. If you have a high electric bill. Are you serious? Dang. That is weird. I don't know why they would think just because of, I mean, my house isn't nice. But I don't have like brand new vehicles or anything like that. Usually someone that's selling drugs has like a really nice vehicle, I would think, and then like not a very nice house. But I don't have a bunch of people coming and going. You would think that they would have to have a little bit more evidence like a bunch of people coming and going at all hours of the night kind of shows that there possibly could be some activity. But yeah, I kind of doubt it, but it makes sense what you're saying. But me, I don't think I fit the profile just because of my high electric bill. BP Bass says, you ever have a tank break? Knock on wood, I have not, luckily. I'm pretty lucky though, because I've done some pretty goofy things. Like I just shot a video clip for a KG Tropicals, and like just a clip for him to add into one of his videos that's coming up next month, I think. I'm not going to give away what the video was about, but in the clip I talk about I moved a tank one time that had 4 inches of water in the bottom of it, and I'm really lucky that it didn't break, because you know water weighs a lot, and 4 inches in a 55 gallon, there's no telling how much that weighs, and I'm really lucky that I didn't break it. I know someone who was in the chat earlier that broke a tank this week though, or last week. And I've been giving him a hard time about it too. Select Pet says Pleco versus Dandelion or Poke. There's a lot of herbs with edibles that are in the food market too. That is awesome, man. Dandelions would be a good one. Matthew Moore Cichlid says, LOL, I'm screwed if electric bills are the cue. Terry's Tropical Tank says he's talking about people growing high electric means high power grow lights. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But like still they would be having a lot of traffic, you know. And if they suspected off of an electric bill, you would think that they would do some kind of covert operation where they would watch my house for a little bit before they just come in and break out a window. That's what I'm thinking, because that's poor police tactics if they do that, you know, because I am a law-abiding citizen, you know. I'm retired from that other stuff. I never did do the grow light stuff, but like, you know, 20 years ago, yeah, 420 made more sense to me back then. Rob Myers is in the house. What is up, Rob Myers? And actually, we're over the hour mark. Dougie from Bald and Dangerous showed up. What's up, Dougie? Let's see who else. You would think the cops would just watch the stream to see what's going on. LOL. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, we're at the hour mark. Sorry if I missed anybody. And thank you for everyone that did a super chat. I think it was just Tampa Tom tonight, I want to say. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for everyone who came out tonight. Yeah. And don't forget to check out my videos coming out Monday and Thursday this week at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Other than that, thanks a lot for coming along on tonight's live stream. And we'll see you next Saturday, same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Peace out, y'all. Peace. Say peace, Dozer. He ain't going to say it.